Welcome back to Size Geek. Today we dip our toe into the shallow end of the pool to spotlight the roster of the Midnight Suns video game, the new tactical RPG that dropped today, December 2nd. It's developed by Firaxis Games, playable on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. So let's go ahead and kick off the introductions with your primary playable character, the Hunter. She's a child of Lilith, complete with magical powers to help you combat the demonic horde. You have the option to customize your abilities in ways to help fill combat roles that may be lacking on your team, be that damage, support, mitigation, control, or a combo of all of the above. Next we have the Half-Blood Daywalker Blade. He can be found hunting and dispatching baddies, utilizing a mixture of his gifted vampire senses, strength, stamina, and power such as lifesteal and causing damage over time, all the while healing himself. He also doesn't shy away from using his mastery over martial arts, firearms, or his katana to help even the playing field. Next up is Captain America, the symbol and paragon of leadership with his fighting abilities, stamina, and shield. He's always ready to take on any foe regardless of the situation. With his training, he is able to take damage and utilize and redirect it back to his foes. Up to bat in the roster is Captain Marvel. With her ability to tap into the power cosmic, she harnesses superhuman strength, energy blasts, and flight. She can force the group's enemies to focus their attention on her, where she too can tank with the best of them. Not above making house calls is Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme. He's able to use his arcane abilities to support his team that can heal, protect, and conceal allies during combat, or even use the Shield of Seraphim that grants his team a resistance buff. He can also go on the offensive with an area of attack spell that can dish out a tremendous amount of damage that can be upgraded to have the ability to be used more than once. You'd be forgiven if you thought Ghost Rider was one of Lilith's own. His powers like his Penance Stare, Immolate, Judgment, and Hell Ride can take a toll on him, but he's able to replenish himself by absorbing that energy from those he defeats. As leader of the Avengers, Iron Man utilizes his repulsor rays, air superiority, and hellfire beam to decimate foes, and he can support his team by marking the enemy in combat. Colossus' little sister, Magic, has the ability to teleport friends and enemies alike, with teleportation portals that can quickly turn the tide of battle. All the while, she can engage in combat with her Soul Slash, and using her portals to utilize the environment to her advantage. Nico Minoru, also known as Sister Grimm, works in blood magic and wields the Staff of One for the majority of her spells. Her power, though, is unpredictable and will often choose its own targets. She is also able to create individual and team buffs, all the while making gameplay a bit chaotic. We add another spellcaster of the occult variety with Scarlet Witch. She tends to avoid physical combat by using her ranged power set to create area of effect spells and debuffs the enemy to assist her superpowered friends. Those enemies that attempt to get a bit closer to her will find that she has abilities that allow her to keep them at bay by causing them damage. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is able to utilize his tremendous agility to attack multiple enemies strewn across the map without expending multiple actions. He can use the environment in tandem with his webbing by slinging objects at the bad guys as well as binding them up or pull them even closer for melee attacks. And last but certainly not least is everyone's favorite Canuck, Wolverine. He has the ability to taunt enemies away from his compatriots as he can rely on his accelerated healing factor to help mitigate the damage he may take. Combine that with his Berserker fighting style, which allows him to go after multiple enemies, not unlike Spider-Man. Then you add in his lethal claws, and you can have a nearly unmatched powerhouse on your hands. With the likes of Deadpool, Morbius, Storm, and Venom confirmed to be in upcoming DLC next year, I'm sure you'll have even more reasons to mop the floor with Lilith's brood. Happy gaming, and leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Catch you next time here at Size Geek.